I'm going to be very blunt and very honest with you all. We just already went through the biggest transitions of last week's astrologically. This week, it's still heavy hitting with all the aspects of Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto and Capricorn, which of course hasn't happened since 1284, and they're all direct, and we're starting to see in the world all these things pop up. But really what has happened is from the effects from last week and the new moon, and really even this weekend with the sun finishing the square to Saturn, it's like everybody's ready for a major rebalancing and harmony, and they are willing to do the hard things that they might be afraid to do, expand and just do it. So when it comes to love, you got to make those things that you're scared to do happen. If you're scared of getting out of a relationship, you got to face that. If you're scared of going on dates again, you got to get over that. If you're scared of going into relationships, you have to get over your fear of that. This is the week with the sun coming into Scorpio, with the sun finishing in Libra though here, all the way up until Thursday. It's not going to be till Thursday we get to the sun in Scorpio. And I do want to say that this is a big transition because this is where the sun goes down into the darkness, but it's the darkness that brings the light, the transformation that Craig was just speaking of earlier. And there's a lot of mutation that happens here. And because we have Uranus and Taurus, because we have Mercury retrograde in Scorpio and Mars retrograde in Aries, so many retrogrades, right? That these two major ones that are the ones that really affect us, Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde, are both in Mars-ruled signs. And now the sun's coming into Scorpio, which is a Mars and Pluto-ruled sign. And there's so much activity with Mars and Pluto energies right now that this is all about, like, you either do it or you don't. Like, you don't get anything if you don't take action. Nothing happens. And when you don't do anything. So you're going to have to realize in life, you just can't sit around and keep pushing things off, because that's where things get tricky this week, especially just watching Venus with the great aspects to Saturn and to Pluto. We're ready to receive and we're ready to have the reality in relationships that we want to have, but we have to be willing to take the action and go, you know what, that's not what I like, because Mars is very simple. I like this or I don't like this. Scorpio is very simple. I'm either all in or I'm all not. I either want to be with you in bed or I don't, you know what I mean? Like, that actually, I think there was a study, I forgot how many seconds apart thoughts of sex come up, but it's kind of crazy. It's anywhere from like 6 seconds for some people to like 45 seconds, especially if you're like in an environment of people. Those thoughts come up in life. So it's like Scorpio is the thing that, like, especially with Mercury retrograde, dealing with your thoughts, instantly if you're like, I could do that or I wouldn't do that, even if it's like going to be, long down the line after dating, or even if it's your partner that you've been with for years, out of nowhere, it could be like, I don't think so anymore. Like, you don't look the same way, or I don't vibe the way, you know what I mean? Like, things can change. Scorpio is all about change. I hope everybody's ready for change. Let's see what the cards have to say. Well, we did get the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I think I do like this card in a way, but I don't. I like it because it's like, let's just be all okay with that. In the past, in our love situations coming up to this week, we feel like we've been stupid, that we've made dumb calls, or that we feel like things that were going to be really beautiful and the ultimate love just haven't gone that way. So we're not in a state of repair, but I would say that we're in a state of, oh man, it'd be really nice for it to work, and I don't want to have it not work again. Like, and I would say that this would be PTSD in a way of like, oh, it might go wrong. This also is going to be revealing for those in partnerships, if they are not built upon true happiness and love, that you can't keep building, some sort of foundation and some sort of security around that it will just turn the corner. You're going to have to like deal with the truth, here. But for, I think, everybody right now, we all feel kind of like we're coming into this week like, I don't think, is it possible? It is possible. We just have to let go of our fears deeply within that and feeling dumb. We pulled the Death card as our challenge. I especially think, I don't care if you're single or even if you're in a relationship, the ones that didn't work and the ones that you might still have an attachment to, or even if it's just the past energies, the challenge is letting go of something that you feel so already stupid about. So it's like people are feeling stupid about why they can't let go of something that's already so stupid. Stupid. The overall card that we got is the Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, I would say overall, it's like you're not going to be able to move forward until you do let go and transform and bring in something different and new. You have to bring in something new, not just let something go. So some people do the whole, I got to let this go and then I need time to like process. I get that. But the universe is pretty simple. It's pretty simple. It's not like the universe goes, we're getting rid of this energy and then it's going to take some time to bring something to replace it. No, the universe is, as one door closes, another door opens. And I think that's how we need to look at this to move forward, because we got two of the most powerful, court cards of wands of love in reverse. And the thing that's causing that issue is the death, which also means the transcendence, and even orgasm comes from the little death, French-wise. So I feel like it's like there is something to say about this. Not being afraid to integrate into the truth, whatever that might be, if it's a complete ending or it's the ending of your fear of the love story in life. And the way that we can get through that challenge, we got the Magician. Wow, it's time to go make magic. So let's put an end to things that aren't magical and allow the magic stuff to come in. That's how we get through it, because the Magician is connected to as above and so below, and knows that we are, as humans, conduit between the universe and this physical reality we call Earth and so forth, so that we're the ones experiencing it and we're the magicians that are experiencing this reality. The reason why we feel stupid about love is, wow, we got the Five of Swords in reverse. That we put our best effort in and didn't feel like we got anything back in return, or we feel like the other partner didn't put up enough energy. There's something here about energy was not tried hard enough, that it wasn't put enough effort in, or maybe we just weren't that into it either, right? So, but overall this week, if you're not that into it and it feels stupid to you, then don't go into it or don't do it. You know what I mean? Like if you're not all about it, then definitely don't do it, especially as the Scorpio season's here. When it comes to the Ace of Wands, we got the Sun card. So honestly, we need to go be the essential, true soul of ourself. That's in the purest form and the pure light of who we are. It doesn't have any darkness to it. It's just like, go be yourself. Go be who you are. Go experience who you are. Don't have all these thoughts and worries and concerns of what other people think or how it's going to affect your world, because love creates your world better. And that's how you're going to move your world and not be stuck, so you can move into that angelic realm of the ultimate happiness in life that it's trying to get you towards. So being that the Sun card popped up, that's good. I would say that this is all about just being fully who you are. And anybody who's going to try and change you or tell you that you can't be who you are, like, it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, even if it's dating or even if it's in your partnership, if they're forcing you to be like, well, I only do this, or people that have lists and all these kind of things, it's like, just go be your true self. You're going to see more show up and more happen. And I pulled 2 now overall. So we're going to see what we got here. We got the King of Swords is the overall for this whole reading. And wow, we got the Sun card again, but in the spirit. So this is us rushing fast into our soul out of nowhere. I'm going to be honest. This might sound crazy. Very fast transformations in love are going to happen that are doing it to connect us to our true self. Fast. So if you're somebody who likes things slow, and you're somebody who's like, I don't know, with the Death card popping up, that's like blocks and fear of transformation, and that Magician card there trying to help you through it. If it's not like wham, bam, fast, because Knight of Swords, he comes in, rushes in, saves the day. There's a fire in the building, whatever. It's like the fireman. Let's go. Oh my God. It's like, there are people that are afraid of that in life. They're afraid of that power of love. The Sun card, and look at all the cards that are backwards. Not trying hard enough, Five of Swords reverse, and Queen of Wands reverse, not stepping on the throne and being the ethereal fucking love queen. Like, come on. That's what I'm picking up right here for the collective overall that we're going to see. And of course, we'll go into your zodiac signs after this. We got 7th house Sag Venus, woo, it's going to be adventure and love this week, and also needing to make sure that we understand that it's time to open up the doors in our love and our perspective and our belief systems about relationships and love, and try the adventure out, seek in the understanding to be wider when it comes to our perspectives and wider of understandings, and be fun and be positive and be fiery too. There's got to be that fire element to things. This is definitely about expanding and also trying to understand relationships from another complete different perspective in our lives. So it also has good luck. I'll be honest with you. It's been a while since we've seen anything like this, even in the astrology itself. So
yeah, I like how you bring up the expansion too, because it's almost like there is maybe like a loss of desire, a loss of even self-appreciation and the sexiness and the love that you hold within. You know, you might have lost that kind of along the way within this relationship or the start of your relationship or even the ending of the past relationship that you've kind of carried further too. You know, and it is about building within yourself. It is about that appreciation and finding that love within so that you can move forward, whether it's with this relationship or whether it's that relationship with yourself. You know, but there has to be that form of self-appreciation. There has to be that desire, you know. There has to be that knowing that you are worthy and knowing that you have that sex appeal, knowing that you have that love, knowing that you can get that partner that you want. But what do you actually want? That's a question that you have to kind of ask yourself going forward in this Scorpio season.
yeah, I think that you're right. I think that we have to get to, like you said, the questions, the existential depth, especially with Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. It's like, this is where it's like, I've been calling it the buried treasure. We are all looking for that buried treasure. And we know when the treasure map, it's like City Slickers. Remember they were looking for that treasure? It almost feels like we're on City Slickers in love. And I think it's like, is this shit fake? You know, Billy Crystal's just like, I don't, you know, like, what the heck? And then there's moments where he really believes it. I think that though, there is a buried treasure. This reminds me of the Count of Monte Cristo too. But not to use it for some sort of revenge on some past relationship or something like that, but to just go. Although some people might go for revenge, or some people might be just trying to find buried treasure to seek out their old ex and get them back. I mean, that's how intense the energies are right now. So